Good day, ladies and gents. I'm Enasia Colón Sr., and this is the EC Show coming to you from sunny South Florida. On my left is the Prince of Zamunda, Enasia Colón Jr. He is joining me today. The boys couldn't make it. One is stuck in traffic. The other one got caught up on something else, so it's okay. They'll be on the next episode. This show is being recorded by Jordan Crate from Jordan Crate Photography. Jordan, we appreciate you sliding in, along with Jeremy Torres and the boys up in the booth from the Performing Arts Center here in Coral Springs. The show is fully sponsored by KD Power Greens, our urban farm microgreens company that I own with my kids. Make sure you visit kdpowergreens.com. It's powered by Ignite Social. The episode, as always, Ashley Oliver does an amazing job with all of our social media stuff. She actually has something in the works for us that's really, really big coming up. We're going to tease that a little bit coming up soon. And once again, get all of your EC Respect merch at enasiacolon.com. ENASIACOLON.com. Enasia's off. She's gone. She's back in Arizona.
She flew off Sunday.
We wish you the best. She flew off on Sunday. Big 12. She's in the Big 12. So basically, all of her games will be broadcasted on ESPN+. So you'll be able to watch all of the games on there. You guys, I mean, it is a little bit later because obviously they play in Arizona. It's a 3-hour difference. But you'll be able to see all of Enasia's games on ESPN+. So all you motherfuckers can stop asking me, because it always, when they were in the Pac-12, it would turn into, how do I watch the game? How do I watch the game? How do I watch the game? Now, everybody can watch the fucking game.
You got to spend extra money and get ESPN+.
Now, there was a big thing that came out yesterday. Everybody was going bonkers. They were going bananas. They were going nuts. NCAA 25 came out yesterday.
The game is absolutely incredible. I watched a little bit of it on the TV. It's incredible. Everything about it. The game, from you be able to play with the players you like, your team you like. It's just everything about the game is perfect in my opinion.
This is why the game is so big, and I'll explain in my opinion. The reason why I think the game is so big is because, Crate, you got people that become professional athletes, right? But that's such a small percentage of Division I athletes or Division II athletes. But there's so many people and students and student athletes that represent their alma maters and represent their universities that they still rep the universities even though they're not professional athletes. So this gives these people an opportunity that either might not follow the NFL or might not like Madden or whatever it may be to play a video game where they can actually rep their colleges and their universities and play football, you know, in all actuality. I thought personally, for me, the dopest setup was UCF, where you can actually see the space shuttles from Cape Canaveral fucking take off in the middle of the video.
Yeah.
So that was dope.
Shout out to Randy signing with McDonald's University.
Oh,
with
that
the fries
was
in the bag.
hilarious. RipItRandy, shout out to RipItRandy. Hopefully we can have RipItRandy and Josh, his brother Josh, they're twins. We can have them on the show. It's just been a scheduling conflict trying to get them on the show, but I want to get them on the show because I personally feel like those two have figured out the social media, YouTube, the Twitch. They get it. They totally understand it. They know, they hold it down. They know what they're doing. But Randy had to make content for his company. I don't want to shout him out because I don't want to give out free plugs like that for people we don't associate with.
Hey, we don't mess with you right now. We don't like you.
But in all actuality, he was creating dope-ass content. And if you guys want to give him a follow him on Instagram, RipItRandy, and his brother Josh Jimenez too. He was creating content for the game, and he was doing stuff, and he was playing. He was acting like he was a coach. He was acting like he was FSU beating up on Georgia, smacked the shit out of Georgia, some like 70-point win or some stupid shit.
I know all them FSU fans went straight to Georgia as soon as the game came out.
I know the game crashed. I know that there were certain people that were trying to play certain game modes about it, and it fucking crashed, and like certain things wasn't available until a couple days later or whatever.
You're playing an EA game, of course it's gonna crash.
They'll figure everything out, but it's cool to actually see so many people were waiting for it. I want to give a shout out to Arch Manning, who's absolutely smart as shit. For those that don't know, Arch Manning originally opted out of the game. Yeah. Said he wasn't going to fucking be in the game.
He said, I got to focus on the field.
Didn't allow his name, image, and likeness to be a part of it. Said he wanted to focus on football, and that was it. The student athletes that did partake in it ended up getting, I think it was like $600 in compensation to be part of the game. And then Arch Manning held out. And this is why it's so important to know your value. It's really important to know your value because then he ended up getting a bag for $60,000, and then they did a commercial with him in it and his uncle Eli, who's also in the commercial. So he's smart as shit.
So basically, he said, no, I don't want to be in the game, and he knew that they were going to get paid. The players that said yes get paid $600, and they get the game when it comes out. Arch Manning said no, then he gets paid 60 G's and still gets the game.
Genius.
That's the smartest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Pure genius. I mean, he's smart as shit. But no, everybody was enjoying it. Everybody was having a good time. I know you're going to end up getting the game. I know you're going to end up downloading. You're going to end up playing it. I'll probably take a dab at it, too. Who would you pick if you wanted to play with somebody?
If I had to pick someone, just for the fun of it, I'm picking Colorado.
I'm going to play with Arizona State, obviously, because Enasia plays for them.
Guy.
I mean, it's crazy. They're really, it's bad. Like,
they're good at picking players. They can't keep them.
That's the issue, right? So, like, for example, a lot of people don't know this, but there's so many of those kids. Even Jaden Daniels, who was the Heisman Trophy winner, who ended up going to LSU, he was at fucking Arizona State.
Brandon Ayuk went to Arizona State. A lot of good players went to Arizona State.
He just demanded a trade today, too. He doesn't want to be with the San Francisco 49ers neither. He doesn't want to be there because they don't want to pay him.
He's going to the Steelers.
Who knows? I mean, the Steelers, I could definitely see him playing there, but who knows? I mean, in all actuality, it's just like everything is all up in the air. Last night, home run derby.
Home run derby.
I
was very pissed off. Pete Alonso likes to pick old men to take his pitches instead.
EJ was very, very upset. He was screaming at the TV because Pete Alonso did not win the home run derby. Actually came in last place.
It wasn't that. You could lose the home run derby, but you have an 87-year-old guy throwing you pitches that are not even in the strike zone in the home run derby.
But Pete has used them in the past, so that's why he used them again.
Well, you got years on years. You age a little bit. You know, the arm, the shoulder, the elbow, everything don't work right after.
Now, it's kind of messed up because I was going to make fun of this situation, but now it's not even worth making fun of anymore because the worst rendition of the national anthem was sung last night at the Major League All-Star game, Major League Baseball All-Star game.
Never again.
Now, I can joke on it a little bit because we didn't know at the time, but it was the worst. Like, she was terrible. It was off. I was even trying to make excuses. I was like, yo, maybe she couldn't hear herself in the ear, whatever. It was bad. It was terrible. But then today, she announced that she was drunk, and she literally is entering rehab because that's how drunk she was.
That is so bad. You get called to do the national anthem.
But I can't make fun of that.
I'm not making fun of it either, but you get called to do the national anthem, and before you have to go out, you decide to have a few drinks, and you're drunk. While doing that, get drunk after you do it.
Yes!
As soon as you're done.
Well done, EJ!
As soon as you're done, you finish singing national anthem, run your ass to the bar, get some drinks. You did it before you sang the national anthem. What kind of sense does that make?
I guess she was trying to turn up a little bit, you know, get a little saucy, get a little tipsy. Maybe it helps with the nerves. But maybe she had one too many, and then it just went downhill from there, to be quite honest with you. But no, I mean, the home run derby was okay. It was nothing special.
It was nothing to, like, if you didn't watch, oh, you're missing out. You didn't miss out on a lot. The new style they have, all the batters hit.
It's too confusing. They keep switching shit up every year.
Well, this year, all the batters hit, then the top 4 batters go on and face each other. Why don't you just have it as how it usually is? The 1 plays the 8, the 2 plays the 7, the 3 plays the 6, and then the 4 plays the 5.
Texas has to be better, too. There was too many people in the stands just sitting there. Like, you got to be involved. You got to be emotionally involved. Like, if anything, then just have more kids around it. Because it was just like a bunch of stiffs just standing there the whole time, literally watching these guys hit home runs.
The home run derby in Washington, Miami, Cleveland, that was way better than
New York.
It was way better than what we watched last night because it was just like more interactive. The players were more interactive. The fans were more interactive. It was just better. Stop
staging the shit so much. Let people, like, jump on the freaking dugouts and let them bang drums or whatever it may be.
They'll never allow that.
It needs to be how the WBC is when it comes here, World Baseball Classic.
The WBC is unmatched, though.
They be throwing plátanos on the field when that shit comes here. Motherfuckers be having café con leches and shit.
How do they even get it?
They get it going.
They get that in?
They allow it. I mean, eventually they just allow it. Like, it's just like, you have to because it's part of the culture.
Speaking of allowing things, what happened on Sunday?
Which one do you want to talk about?
The night game. The Saturday game, not so much. All
right, we'll talk about the Sunday game after. We'll talk about the night game first. So shout out to all of the crazy ass Colombians that didn't care about law enforcement, didn't care about rules, regulations. I saw a dog in Hard Rock Stadium. They stuck a dog in that place. Listen,
ventilation.
This is what happens when you put the ticket prices for games like that so high that the common person that wants to go to it cannot afford it.
$2,000.
So let me break something down to you guys so you guys understand. When you go to a normal soccer game that's run by FIFA or run by an organization that knows what they're doing, there's 3 checkpoints. There's a checkpoint to make sure that you have tickets. There's a checkpoint to check you for, like illegal stuff, like meaning weapons or whatever it may be. And then your ticket actually gets scanned. 3. 1, 2, 3. Normally those are distances away from each other, and then you get in.
Yeah.
Whoever decided to do this dumb shit and just allow everybody to just come to the front, whether you had tickets or not, and then just kind of like bum rush, that's the dumbest shit I've ever seen. Now, mind you, of course I understand people are going to come, they're going to tailgate, they're going to have a good time at the place. Fine, no problem. But you have to have a checkpoint to be able to stop. Do you have tickets? If you don't have tickets, you can't go beyond this point. Stop them right there. If you don't have tickets, you can't get in. We saw people jumping the gate, breaking through the gates. We saw people going through the ventilation systems. Like, imagine, right? There's a catwalk in here. We're live on stage, right? There's like, how many in here, Jeremy? 1,800 could fit in here? How many?
14.
Oh, sorry, 1,400. I was off by 400. 1,400 people can fit in
400
here.
is a lot.
Imagine people like in the catwalk sneaking in, and we got this whole place packed. People on the side. Why did the fire marshal shut the game down? There was people in the aisles. They didn't even have seats. People were going to their seats, and people were sitting in their seats when they got there for the people that paid for tickets. It was just like Colombia was not taking no for an answer. They wanted to be there. They wanted to flood it. Now, it sucked that they didn't give them anything to really cheer about because they ended up taking an L. They ended up losing, which was supposed to end up happening because Argentina is the better team. But this is what happens when you outprice an audience.
But here's another thing. If you don't have a ticket, right, you can show up, you can tailgate, you can have all that. But if you don't have a ticket, be responsible enough not to break down the doors. This is the example you're going to set if you have kids watching. If you see kids watching that online, all the kids have phones. All the kids probably saw what happened last night on Sunday night. So you're going to be like, oh, I should bum rush the gate next time I go there. Like, Hard Rock needs to be better, and the people need to be better in general.
So here's the thing, and I've had this discussion with your mom, and we don't go to things like that. It's not that we don't have the opportunity to go. It's not that we don't want to enjoy it. It's just because you cannot necessarily control what the hell ends up going on at places like that. You know what I'm saying?
The most dangerous thing I've been to is Puerto Rico versus Dominican Republic.
I mean, even that, EJ, come on. Like, even that, I'm there with you. It's just me and you. That's it. I don't have to worry about anybody else.
Yeah, that's about it. It's really nothing like people
And if you guys don't know, EJ's the size of a fucking man. Like, he's a child, but he's big as shit. So it's a little bit different. But to see little kids crying and this, that, and the third, and people, like, passing out and people bleeding, and the one guy was running up the ramp with the police chasing him.
Yo, bro, he had the wheels on. He was not getting caught. He was not taking no for an answer. He kept running.
So Argentina ended up winning. Messi twisted his ankle. His ankle ballooned like
size of my
this
head.
big. It was huge, like within seconds. I don't even know how he kept playing. It was really, really large.
It was bad.
It was bad. It was really bad. But Colombia ended up losing, and Argentina ended up winning. And then in the day game, you were preaching England.
It
Like
was coming home.
Tell him, say it. Say it the way, no, but say it the way you say it.
It's coming in.
Say it.
It's coming in. It was coming in.
That's the reason why they constantly say it's coming home, because it never comes home.
Yo, I saw this thing. My dad showed me this thing. It's like England created the sport. Now they suck at it. And that's a fact. But here's the thing. England just made a few coaching prop mistakes to start the game. And they had a good game. They scored late, but you can't also let up that goal in like the 92nd minute. Like, you have no time to get a goal back.
Spain was the better team throughout the whole tournament.
Wait, I have a question. Who are you rooting for?
I was rooting for France.
And who'd they get dropped off by?
But that's not even fair, because France got dropped off by the team that ended up winning the whole thing.
But tell me why France lost.
For me, I think France lost because Mbappe
broke his nose.
He broke his nose. Yeah, I think the whole.
Oh my God.
That's like Michael Jordan dislocating his finger in Game 1 of the.
But you
of
don't
the
use your
conference
nose.
finals.
You don't use your nose for soccer.
But you need to breathe, homie. It's uncomfortable. Like, it's not any little touch is sensitive. It's like, it's annoying. I give you an example. Prime example. I use my hands. If I get an infection or anything in my hands that's fucked up or whatever it may be, it hurts. It really does hurt. That shit is real. It happens. Like, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. This man broke his nose. What you think? You think he's going to be able to freaking run 90 minutes nonstop and be at his 100% best?
Of course not, but you also have to put some together. France, in my opinion, in that game was the better team. But they don't have the same team they did when they won the World Cup in 2018. You have a goalkeeper that is not as experienced as Lil Reese was. You don't have a defense that was experienced as they were. You don't have a attacking as experienced as they were. Some of the attacking players, the only one that's really left is Mbappe. You didn't have Coleman. You didn't have Coleman.
I think it also has to do with the fact that he didn't have the confidence like how he had in those kids when they were in the final. Like he had, like he didn't play them as often as he played them like in the final of the World. He should have literally just came out with those guys from the beginning, and it was like he was kind of like teetering on who he should and who he shouldn't. And it should have just been them from the jump.
In the World Cup final against Argentina, Mbappe at halftime told them, "Give me the ball, I'll score the goals." That's what he did. He ended up scoring all 3 goals. But in the Euros, it was like he was scared in a sense to even have the ball at his feet. Every time you'd see him, he'd go back and pass the ball.
Dude, he did break his nose in game, what, 1 or 2? Was it game 2?
2.
Game 2. Like, come on, dude. It's like it's a no-brainer. Nah, not for nothing. But no, I mean, there's literally about, what, less than 8 days, and then the Olympics start. Everybody looks forward to the Olympics.
USA basketball, man.
USA basketball, okay, whatever. But the greatest, 10 seconds I think it is, Jordan, right? The sprinting is about 10 seconds, right? The 100 meters, who has been absolutely dominated by Usain Bolt, a Jamaican that flies. Like, he just literally just flies on the track.
You barely see him.
He's been dominating that sport. Now it's actually opened up. So now somebody else actually gets a chance to claim their fame.
Is that American guy in there?
The world, the world fastest man will literally be open to individuals because Usain Bolt has had a stranglehold on that race for decades, at least.
Do you know how Usain Bolt became Usain Bolt?
Huh?
You know how Usain Bolt became Usain Bolt?
By losing. He wasn't as good in the beginning. He was tall. It's not really good for like taller athletes like him. It's like he was the example kind of who ended up doing it, because you have to like hit your strides properly and you have to maintain that speed for a longer distance. And in the beginning, he wasn't that good. He progressively built over time. What a lot of people don't understand is he literally is training his whole 3.5 or 4 years before the Olympics starts to run his best 10 seconds ever at these meets.
After the 10 seconds, he does whatever he wants. 10
well,
seconds.
No, he participates in a lot more stuff, but that's just, that's
the one thing he needs to win.
That's the one thing he needs to win. He needs to be the fastest motherfucker on the planet within 10 seconds of running that race.
I just want to know what the odds are for USA basketball to win the whole thing.
Mommy asked me, synchronized swimming. I think she wanted to know if synchronized swimming was in the Olympics or whatever it may be. You know that mic is on. You could use that if you want, just in case. But synchronized swimming was one of the things that I think. What else? I'm trying to think. You got
swimming,
you got
running,
the long jump, the triple jump. You got the 100 meters. You got the 200 meters. You got the relay races. What else? You got the high jump, basketball.
By the way, if USA does not win,
thank you. Hurdles.
Absolutely.
What else?
Hurdles, high jump.
I'm trying to think. Is there
the throwing stick,
beach volleyball? Oh, the beach volleyball setup. I don't know if you guys have seen it. The beach volleyball setup is absolutely perfectly centered, the middle with the Eiffel Tower. So if you sit in the middle of the court where the net is and you just look up, the Eiffel Tower is right there.
I mean, here's the thing. It's a beautiful city, but it's dirty. Paris is dirty.
That's another thing. I didn't understand that. These people want to protest the Paris Olympics in Paris by shitting. Oh, that's what. By shitting in the river that they've spent 3 years cleaning because people are going to swim in the river during the Olympics.
That's just disgusting. I don't even have anything to say to that. That's just disgusting.
I don't understand why you would do that.
I don't know what point you're trying to prove by saying, oh, we don't want it here, by pooping.
They're basically saying because of the billions and billions of dollars in infrastructure that has been misspent, in their opinion, in order to put these Olympics on, this is their way of taking it to them. So we're going to shit in the water.
That's absolutely disgusting.
That's ridiculous. That's nuts. You're going to give people freaking infections and shit.
If the USA men's basketball team does not win that Paris Olympics, there will be fires lit and people with death threats.
It's not the same anymore. It's not the same. I'm from an era where USA basketball would win by 40 points every fucking game.
They beat Australia by 6.
Let me explain something to you. The USA basketball team in '92 didn't even use a timeout in the whole tournament. Not one. I think the average win was like 30-plus points. And what a lot of people don't know is that Charles Barkley was the leading scorer of that team. It wasn't Michael Jordan. It wasn't Scottie Pippen. It wasn't Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, Chris Mullin, Patrick Ewing, David Robinson, Karl Malone. It was Charles Barkley who led the team in scoring.
Jeremy, you watched that Olympics? Nice answer.
Nah.
Everybody watched the Dream Team.
I remember the Dream Team.
That's the Dream. That's what we're talking about.
The
Yeah.
Dream Team. That's the. If the Dream Team played the USA men's basketball team today, who would win?
I don't like these hypothetical questions because the hard part is you can't prove that because of time. Time doesn't allow you to simulate that. Now, you could do it in a video game, so you could put. That's weird. Why that never came out? Why has the USA basketball team never had a video game?
I don't know.
That would be dope.
Actually, there's been an Olympic, like there's been a game for the Olympics, and there's basketball in it, but they don't use the actual players. They use just simulated characters.
Like the unlocks?
Yeah.
This was way before you guys' time, and Jeremy, you might chime in on this if you remember. Back in the days, Nintendo had a trackpad. It was a pad that you put on the floor, and you did all of the Olympic games using this pad.
Whoa. I had something similar to that with the PS3. I had you put up a little camera recorder thing. You had the little stick in your hand, and you started doing the Olympics.
No, it's more like that, like the Wii pad thing that they have that you stand on to do whatever workout stuff. Same concept.
The thing is that Nintendo was way ahead of its time because Nintendo created a gun where you could play for duck hunt and you shoot the
That's insane.
the ducks shooting or whatever. They made a glove. They had a glove that you would put on to where you can like literally use the glove and like punch people when you're doing like a martial arts game or boxing game or whatever. And then they invented the trackpad as well, where you can literally run, jump, hurdles, whatever it may be. It was dope. It was ahead of its time.
So I just want to, speaking of Nintendo, what's the little gray box of Nintendo we have?
Yeah.
What's your favorite game on it?
Mike Tyson Punch-Out.
Mike Tyson Punch. That's too hard though.
Mike Tyson Punch-Out
I lose at like the fourth
is
round.
the greatest game of all time.
Mike Tyson
Period.
Of all time.
Of all time.
I can barely get by round 4.
Because here's the thing. You have to know how to beat each individual a certain way, and then when you get to the final person, who is Mike Tyson, he can knock you out with one fucking punch. That's it. It's over. You're not getting up. It's finished.
Jeremy, you play Mike Tyson Punch-Out?
Yes.
How many times did you fail to get to Mike Tyson?
I don't remember. I haven't played that in years.
But here's the thing. Because once you get there now, you could just put in the code, and it takes you to the fight before Mike.
Yeah.
And then you fight that guy, beat that guy, and you go right back to
But the
Mike.
fight before Mike's still hard as shit.
Yeah,
Like,
of course.
I be getting hit once, and I'm 1% health.
No, Mike Tyson Punch-Out, Legend of Zelda, Contra. A lot of people to this day don't know up, down, left, right,
A, B,
C,
start.
Yeah, that gives you 30 lives in Contra, and you're able to play the game more and more.
I use that
Those
cheat code a
games
few
are
times.
absolutely amazing, to be quite honest with you. It started to get to around like the 2K level, like that NBA 2K, where it kind of threw me off. I didn't know how to play that. Like I knew how to play, but I wasn't very good. So what happened is, what I started to do is I just started to let the computer play. And I started to play I started to gamble. I don't want you to think anything, and I don't condone this for youth or whatever it may be. I just let the computer play, and the computer would simulate a game, and we would bet against certain people playing the game or whatever it may be.
See, we used to do this thing. Well, in the house, we used to do this thing where we would play each other, and we would play our game as humans, me and my sister. And then we would play the game with robots of the same teams, and whoever won like that round.
So you would just put the things in the middle so the computer would play
Yeah.
itself? Yeah. That's
we
what
picked the
did.
teams and just let the computer play itself.
It got to a point where I was teaching EJ how to play all these video games, whether it's baseball, whether it's FIFA, whether it's whatever. And the fucking kid just got so good that it was just like, I don't even know why I play anymore. I remember there was a game him and I were playing. It was Major League Baseball, and I was winning the game, majority of the game, and then come ninth inning, I made 2 mistakes. He fucking wins the game, and I'm just like, I don't even want to fucking touch this goddamn controller anymore.
Here's the thing when it comes to you and I playing games. He'll be up like 3-0. I'll hit one home run. It'll be 3-1. He'll be like, I don't want to play no more. I'm like, you're winning, and you're giving up already? Like, you're winning. How does that make sense?
Because it's like, I know better than that. I taught you the intricacies of what to do and how to do it and stuff like that. So I know better than that, and it becomes frustrating, and I have no interest in it anymore, and then I just like, fuck it. I don't want to do this anymore.
That's me with a lot of games. Craig can agree with this. I don't play Fortnite no more. I don't play those games anymore.
Craig, you still shooting it up on what is it? Call of Duty? Every day.
Every day?
What is it? Kick? It's on Kick that you stream?
Yeah.
Jeremy, is he sounding good on there or no?
Nice off.
I hear him.
Oh, you hear him? Okay, just wanted to make sure. You can stop it.
All right, so
Go ahead. Just do it. Because I know you want to talk about it. Go ahead.
I know. Because he is right on this. I want to tell him this. Bronny's first summer league game, he dropped 4 points. All right, 4 points. Get your bearings right, and you get ready to play some basketball. There is no way in God's green earth you go play another game, sit on the 3-point line, and go 0 for 8 in a basketball
Let me explain
game.
something to you. This is not clickbait. I'm not doing this for clickbait reasonings. This is just real talk. That little kid is ass. He has no business to be in the NBA whatsoever. None. That kid cannot even play at Cypress Park. He can't play at freaking Pine Trails. He can't play at Terramar. He can't play at Mullins Park. He can't play at no park whatsoever.
I have the proof for this. When Bronny played his second summer league game, I watched this guy called Awful Coaching on YouTube, and he broke down Bronny's whole game. And Bronny had over 50 mistakes. Bronny airballed a 3. Bronny doesn't sprint in transition, and he just knows his dad is LeBron, so he's going to be on the starting team when the Lakers start their season. So it doesn't matter.
Makes no sense whatsoever. None. It's like you take the quarterback that was the third stringer that you used on the practice squad
To start.
to act like he was the other team's quarterback in practice and decided to put him in the NFL.
It's just nonsense.
That shit don't work.
Like, even one of Bronny's teammates on the summer league team didn't say he was trash, but he said he's doing unacceptable in the thing. And it's like obvious. Bronny James is not meant for the NBA level. He's
I
meant
could
to
do
be
a whole
college.
comedy skit, honestly, about this subject. Break down everything. I could break down what breakfast sounds like after this motherfucker struggles on a bad game, what lunch sounds like, what dinner sounds like. I could break down the whole thing. It would be hilarious.
Did you see his dad troll him?
His dad should be trolling him.
His dad should be beating the fuck out of him.
His dad should be trolling him. His dad is arguably one of the greatest players of all time.
And then you go out and go 0 for 22 in your first 3 games?
Wish you played like this when you're doing basketball.
It's not that.
All
It's
right.
not, the thing is,
All right, Craig.
it's not warranted. It's not warranted. I'm sorry. It's not warranted. Brandon Jennings, shout out to him. He came out today and he said it. He's like, yo, dude, if my son is trash, my son is trash. I'm not going to use the fact that I played in the NBA to get my son in the NBA to play and embarrass himself. I'm not going to do that. If you're not good enough, I'm going to be the first to tell you you're not good enough.
Here's the thing about LeBron. Before Bronny got drafted, everyone was like, oh, Bronny's getting drafted because all you need is 1 year of eligibility. And Bron didn't even really say anything about it. Bronny didn't even say anything about it. And when Bronny got drafted, even Bron was like, oh, yeah, I can't wait to play with him if he goes to the team. I'm not surprised if he goes to G League instead of the NBA.
I said it best the other day. They're going to turn the average layup that he makes or the average pass that he makes into a highlight. They're going to make it like the biggest thing in the world. Oh, my God, look at the layup he just did. It's like, yo, homie, he took 2 steps and laid it up. That's just simple shit that you
Here's the
learn
thing,
fucking fifth, like you're 5 years old.
I said this. He's like, if you compare Bronny's game to play, it's like Aaron Gordon. He can't shoot. He has no handles. He can't shoot the mid-range, the 3-point, but he can dunk. That's it. That's all Bronny can do.
It's gotten to a
Yeah, he
point
barely
where they're
dunks. He's like
actually
6'2".
lip-reading Jaylen Brown? That's his name?
Jaylen Brown.
Jaylen Brown. They are lip-reading Jaylen Brown sitting courtside at Summer League games saying, I don't think Bronny should be a pro. They're lip-reading this shit. This is how bad it's getting. It's getting to a point he's sitting courtside with a shorty he's talking to and Angel Reese. Angel Reese, that's her
Yeah.
name? Angel Reese? Sitting at courtside next to Angel Reese and the shorty he's talking to. I don't know the shorty he's talking to. I don't know her name. I know she's a WNBA player. I apologize. You deserve better, but I don't know her name. He's sitting courtside next to them two, telling them I don't think he should be in the NBA.
He shouldn't even be summer league.
She's saying
G
she
League.
should be in the G League. He should be in the G League, and he's saying, I think he's going to be in the NBA anyway because he's LeBron James' son.
And that's just facts.
So what about Cooper Flag?
He's a baller.
Yo, Cooper Flag is gonna be the starting. He's gonna be the starting small forward.
It's not fair because here's the thing. That's what we should be paying attention to. We should be paying attention to people that are actually doing their thing and scoring and balling and shit like that. And we're freaking sitting here discussing the scrubs.
Look, Bronny James averaged like barely over 10 points in high school. Cooper Flag almost averaged 30. Now Cooper Flag going to Duke. Bronny went to USC.
He's only playing 1 year in Duke and he's gone.
Yeah, he's going 1 year Duke. He's being the first pick. He's going to be the first. Well, maybe because there's some guys in France.
He's picked number 1. Yeah.
It's not warranted. It's crazy. It's a slap in the face to the whole system. Like, I get it. You got pulled, whatever, this, that, third. His dad is LeBron James. I understand, whatever, this, that, third. Trust me. But, yo, it's not warranted. And you're doing a disservice because, in all actuality, now he's a target. Everybody's gonna go after him. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, for example, the situation with Dion and his sons at Colorado. When they playing good, he could show his watch, he could show off cool. When they playing like shit, they're just gonna tell him the truth and be like, yo, your pops can't play for you, homie. Like, you gotta do something. Like, that's just the reality of it.
What was it, the first season they won, 4 games in a row, and we never heard anything about them ever?
Yeah, but
No,
here's the thing.
because the reality started to sink in.
But here's the difference about Shador and them, Shador, Shiloh, between Bronny. Shador and Shiloh actually performed at Jackson, performed in high school. They performed and they made their way. Colorado, they did good in the games they lost. There was close games. Bronny, on the other hand, he didn't do anything to get. He didn't even have good points, no highlights, no good plays, no playmaking. Doesn't see the court well.
I'm getting tired of people sending me shit. I don't even want to see this shit no more. People send me this stuff and then I forward it to you guys. I don't even want to see this shit no more. It's embarrassing.
Here's the thing. If I say he was a professional baseball player and I wanted to become a baseball player and I get committed to some college and I do bad, he's going to be the first one that calls me, texts me, and be like, EJ, you went 0 for 3 today with 3 strikeouts. What the fuck are you doing?
No.
Like, there's going to be something that happens.
100%. I'm glad my children understand
You can't.
Enasia left on Sunday. What did we tell her before we went to dinner? And shout out to Thai Spice. We had, oh my God, the lamb chops and the ribeye and all of the food was absolutely delicious.
I ate a ribeye in 2 minutes.
But we told Enasia before she left, it's no different. Like, you go over there and you go bust their ass. I don't care who they bring in. I don't care who you play. I don't care who's on the other side. I don't give a damn about any of that. You're the best player always. That's the mentality you have to have because that's the confidence that you have to be successful. No one works as hard as you do. No one puts in the time as you do. I don't care who knows it, who doesn't know it. I don't give a shit. That's just facts.
That is fact.
And you'll see the rewards. People think like sometimes they just be like, oh man, she's just so good and like she's gifted and it's God's gift. No, motherfucker. She works every day of her life. Like, there's no excuses. She's putting in work every day, sometimes 2, 3 times a day.
Ine runs from our house to Publix and Publix to back for 2 miles every day when she's home.
And that's just a starter. That's just like boiled eggs and you know, greens or whatever in the morning. That's before she even wakes up. She gets it going. We don't play that shit. We don't play that shit with anything we do. The same thing here. Like, people with the show, we got so much shit going on. I appreciate everybody that helps out, all the boys in the booth, everybody that's not here. I appreciate everything that we do. But people think like, oh, you're at the center, you're doing this, you're doing. Man, this shit is years and years of work.
We did it.
Crate was with us in the room when there was 9 motherfuckers in that room. The fucking walls were sweating because there was too many people in the room. It was getting too hot.
I was sweating my balls off in that room, bro.
And we didn't know what we were doing. And Jeremy's part of that because Jeremy, I used to call him for feedback. And Jeremy used to send me people, be like, yo, Born, I can't help you, but this person can help you. I can't do this, but talk to this person. This is all true. Everything that's happening has been in the works. We've been putting in the groundwork. And then COVID happened. And then fucking COVID happened, and I had to go into the house, and I'm doing it through Zoom. And we kept going and going. It's work either way you look at it, one way or another.
I think the turning point for this show was when we started up in the shop again. That really showcased our show in a positive way. Then Jordan decided to pop confetti can after New Year's, and we spent like a whole week cleaning that shit. Thank you, Jordan.
He popped confetti there. He popped confetti here. Like, you know what I'm saying? One day we're gonna pop confetti somewhere else. Like. One thing is just going to lead to the other. I promise you, I'm telling you right now, my vision here, I'm going to put some type of special on here. I don't give a damn if I fill this shit with 500 people or I fill this shit up completely.
With the amount of people he knows, the whole thing's going to be filled.
I'm going to put something in here, I promise you. I'm going to figure something out. I'm going to figure some idea. Something's going to come to my head. I'm going to put it to use. I'm going to have a date for it. I'm going to promote it. And the next thing you know, this shit's going to be filled. And I'm going to sit there and I'm just going to look out there and I'm just going to be thanking every individual that believed in what we're doing. Because right now, there's nobody in this motherfucker other than us and, like, you know, people that's putting this shit together. But I'm telling you, I'm going to fill this place up.
He's going to bring up everyone that he knows. Everyone and their mama going to be here. Everyone and their grandmother. The top going to have people.
Everybody going to be dressed to the nines. Everybody going to look good, smell good. Me. Everybody going to, like, do it up, whatever. And we're just going to sit back and we're just going to be us and enjoy it.
I'm still wearing slides.
That's exactly.
I don't give a fuck what you wear.
But I'm still.
You could be in a suit with slides. How about that?
The suit with slides. He's gonna fill it up so much people are gonna be on the catwalk trying to not buy tickets.
No, but seriously, I mean, to be quite honest with you, that's the goal. If that's not the goal, then what the fuck are we doing it for? Like, what's the point? You know what I'm saying?
If you don't want to succeed, what's the point of doing?
Just something? A funny reminder. August 3rd, our brand new drop. Shout out to Nat from Drip Force. She's helping out on this collab. We're going to do a giveaway. Somebody's going to be able to earn free custom shoes, courtesy of the EC show. Respect, obviously, and Drip Force. We're going to do a collab between them. So somebody's going to be able to win free shoes and free merch. We just have to figure out how exactly we're going to do it. This is very, very preliminary. But we got our brand new drop that comes out August 3rd. I'm very happy about this drop because I'm really big with this color. Like, this color is...
This color scheme is very... It matches our family.
Yeah, it matches our family. It matches what we do. It matches the things that we kind of have around us. So I'm I'm looking forward to the drop. So August 3rd is when it comes out. Guys, that's going to conclude today's episode. Make sure you click like, subscribe on all podcast platforms, on Rumble and on YouTube. The show is sponsored by KD Power Greens, our urban farm microgreens company that I own with my kids. Make sure you visit kdpowergreens.com. Once again, the episode is powered by Ignite Social. We appreciate Ashley Oliver and everything that she's doing. Carly, Yasmin, I'm sorry I got your name wrong the last time. I apologize, but thank you for everything that you've been doing for us as well. And once again, get all of your EC Respect merch at enasiacolon.com. ENASIACOLON.com. Friendly reminder, all of Enasia's games will be on ESPN+. You can watch all those Arizona State women's soccer games on there. And we'll check you out next episode. Appreciate you guys. Thank you.